packed. I'm just going to be on here for a little while a day, hopefully not very long. But anyway, today we're going to be talking about the ancient primitive rites. Right there. You see that right here? Yeah, we're going to talk about the ancient primitive rites. That's my certificate of membership. Some call it a birth certificate, and then over here on this side, I have my membership cards. I frame those. But anyway, so today we're going to talk about the ancient primitive rites. What is it? What is not? I know that a lot of people have an interest in it, and I don't mind talking about it because I do have my 95th degree that has been bestowed upon me, and I'm grateful to have it. And it gave me a glimpse into some things that we don't necessarily like to talk about in masonry, or some people don't like to go down that particular portal or web hole. But today we're going to talk about that. So if you want to just have that conversation, please come on in and let's have that conversation regarding the ancient primitive rites. Now, I would say this: there are various general conservatives or grand conservative generals. Those are uh, 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 how would you put it, like grand lodges of some sort that are associated with the primitive rites. So we're going to get into that and have that particular conversation. I know that mainstream Grand Lodge does not practice the primitive rites. However, they do have what you call college rites. Those are degrees that they study. It's not necessarily something they get initiated in, but it's something they study. Greetings from Virginia. How you doing? Hoping everything is well with you. So as we get into this, I'm going to tell you now, amongst the brotherhood of the ancient, free, and accepted Masons, there are many of us who have these particular rights that have been bestowed upon us. There are many of us who practice these rights in our various degrees, in our various grand lodges, or even supreme councils. I would say this: Brother Ray Edwards is a good brother who practiced those rights. Also, I would say, what's the other brother name? From out of Washington, Brother Ollie Spencer is another one. Brother Joseph Burris is another brother who has these particular rights. Those are just to name a few right off the top of my head. Oh, Brother Christopher Jackson is another one. So there are quite a few of us who have had these particular degrees bestowed upon us. And once you get into these particular degrees, they're beautiful, man. They are a beautiful work in ceremonies. And I say that because when you go into these particular degrees and you begin to study them and break them down, they add to masonry to me. They add to that part of Freemasonry that some do not like to endeavor in, but I don't mind. I enjoy that. And so today, as we get into the primitive rites, if you got questions and things like that you want to ask, do that. What's going on? I appreciate you coming in. What's happening, DJ Ronalds? What's going on with everybody who's popping in? Definitely, if you have questions, definitely we can do that. If you are in the States and you want to call in, please, you're welcome to call in if you want to. That number is going to be 619 985 1184. If you want to call in and you got a question, certainly you're welcome to do that. But we're going to talk about these degrees. Now, the funny thing is, PHA, Thornton Jackson, did at one time have the 96th degree. He did not get it from PHA. He did not get that degree from PHA. However, outside of the United States at that time, these degrees were bestowed upon distinguished gentlemen, such as John G. Jones and Thornton A. Jacksons and many others who may have this particular rights bestowed upon them. It's a beautiful thing, and they really go in depth. I'm a white Palestinian. Okay, you're a white Palestinian, so can I say the N-word? You know what? Nah, that doesn't apply to me. The N-word doesn't apply to me, and I hope it doesn't apply to you either. So no, there will be no N-words on here today. All right, we going no, that's not what we do here. No, 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 that's not what we do here. But what we do here, I come on just to share information. This is John G. Jones Research Lodge number 147. And what we do, we come on here, we share information. I give you my opinion, I give you some facts, and then you go back, research, and if it's in something I said that wasn't correct, you can come back and bring it to my attention. But if you say something that I like, hey, let's get that in. So you like UFC? Okay, sorry for the question. No, we're gonna stick to the Masonic topic tonight. That's our topic for tonight. Ancient primitive rites is our topic, and I have ancient primitive rites ritual that I will be just talking a little bit about. I won't go in depth on it because I think those rites enhances the Masonic journey. My opinion is those rites of the primitive Masons, or what we call ancient primitive rites, or Memphis mizraim, however you want to label that, I really believe that they enhance the journey of Freemasonry. This is based upon my own experience. I believe that they enhance that journey because what they bring to that journey that we are all on is a better understanding of the Scottish Rite degree work. I'm going to say this again. So you can give us a little example of two pillars at the center of the earth. Anyway, with that being said, my journey here this evening is to share my thoughts and on the primitive rites and just really go in depth a little bit in regards to what they are and what they are not. Are they practiced by every Masonic jurisdiction? No, they're not practiced by every Masonic jurisdiction. However, outside of the United States, the primitive rites is a very active Masonic rite. I'm going to say that again. Outside of the United States, the primitive rites is a very active Masonic rites. And that's a beautiful thing. It is. Ooh, that's hot. So my thing is that's to share with you this. I don't know. There you go. This is my ritual for that degree work. As I was saying, mainstream Grand Lodges and Prince Hall do not recognize these particular degrees. They don't consider them legitimate degrees, although mainstream have what you call college rights. These college rights are not necessarily something that is bestowed upon you. It is something that you can study within the framework of the mainstream Grand Lodges. These are primitive rights. I'm going to say that again. These are primitive rights. Yes, they are. And mainstream Grand Lodges may not initiate in them, but they know of them and they study them. Prince Hall Grand Lodges, as far as I know of, do not consider these to be legitimate rites of ceremonies. And that's okay, because this is not for them. And they don't understand it, so it's quite all right. It's really okay. However, with that being said, as you go into these particular rites and ceremonies, you're going to come across a variety of different signs that emulates the journey for which you're in. And these particular rites I've heard brothers having 99th degree. I've heard brothers having 360 degrees. I don't know about all the rights. I'm only going to talk about that which I know, which I've experienced. I refuse to talk about something I don't have any experience in or I don't know. I'm not going to base anything about, I just read that. No, I want to experience that. So I'm going to share with you my experience as a 95th degree. Someone who's been obligated and initiated in those rites and ceremonies. And I've also initiated in those ceremonies. So in my jurisdiction, our Supreme Council, United Supreme Council for the Western Masonic jurisdiction, we recognize those primitive rites degrees. We recognize them. They are sanctioned under our jurisdiction for those who would like to receive them and have them. Okay? And what we do is that there's a process for which one has to go through. in order to receive those rites of ceremonies. And they're very limited. We don't have many members that are a part of the primitive rites, so we keep it limited. Okay, we keep it limited. But within the framework of that, after you receive your 33rd degree of the ancient accepted Scottish rite, then the primitive rites, I would say, is something that you may want to look into. Okay, such as the Knight of Hermetic philosophy degrees. These degrees are really philosophy degrees. These degrees deal in a lot of esoteric settings. And I say that because of my own reading and what I've experienced in the degree work themselves. I like the way the sanctuary is set up. It's different than our Scottish rites or any other degree I may have seen. It's different, and I like that. I like difference. And with that being said, so you have other degree work within the framework of the primitive rites, which goes up to the 99th, and some say 100 or above, and that's okay. But I will share this with you. These are all the different houses that you may see within the framework of the primitive rites. I can share that with you. Some of you may be familiar with these rites, some of you may not, and that's okay. However, if you're interested in those rites, there are individuals out here who are able to take you through those rites of ceremonies. There's a dear friend of mine, brother, shucks, he's over in Puerto Rico. He's always here in the States, though. I'm going to look for him now. Brother Edgar is always willing to enlighten people on these particular degrees. They are always willing to do that. Sorry about that. And I appreciate him. I've had an invite to go and visit Brother Edgar. I know that Brother Ray Airwood has gone over there. I know that Brother Rashid Muhammad has gone, and several other brothers of the craft has gone over there to visit him and to have those degrees bestowed upon them through the rites and ceremonies for which he does it. And it's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. And I'm trying to locate him real quick and share with you. And I may even just give him a call. Let me give him a call up and see if he's busy right now and bring him on. And if he's not busy, maybe he can go in depth on some things. I love to have him on. So bear with me just a second here. I'm going to see if I can reach out to Brother Edgar. Let's see if he's willing to answer. See what he's willing to talk about. I hope you're having a great day today. Let's see. Hey, greetings, King Cab. How you doing? Everyone who's just popping in, I hope that you are doing well. So I'm going to see if I can get Brother Edgar from Puerto Rico to pop on real quick. Hey, how's it going, brother? Hey, I'm doing just fine. So look, I know this is a short notice and I'm live, but I thought of you as I began to talk about the primitive rites. Okay. Look how you said okay. Hey, by the way, how's the wife?
She's doing real good. She's doing real good. Yeah, she just got her 99.
Oh, your wife just got her 99.
Yeah.
Okay, and did she just have a birthday here recently too?
Her birthday's next week.
Oh, okay. So tell me this.
Mm-hmm.
In regards to the primitive rites, and I know that you're the guy. Look, let's just go and put it out there. You're that guy, okay? When did you first was engaged into the primitive rites?
I began engaged in the primitive rite in 2016.
Okay, and with that being said, were you interested in those rites before that, or did you know anything about those rites before that?
Okay, when I began in the craft, I began in 83.
Uh-huh.
In Lodge of Light #1 in Denver, Colorado.
Okay.
It was a military lodge at Lowry Air Force Base,
Oh, okay. Okay.
and we practiced the illuminated rite.
Gotcha.
We did Blue Lodge, and then we did the illuminated rite on the side. We started on that, and it was more or less what people call the Illuminati Cavalieri, but the truth of the matter is, it is what it is. So I got out of that when I left the service, and I came to Puerto Rico, and I stayed outside of Masonry for a long time. So when I went to go back into Masonry,
Mm-hmm.
I started in Scottish Rite,
Okay.
and they told me, well, we don't accept these rites you were doing. You have to get reinitiated. I said, I'll put the blindfold on, no problem.
Hey, tell me this here, but don't mainstream Grand Lodge, don't they still have what you call college rights?
They have the College of Rites. Mainstream Grand Lodge has the College of Rites. That's attached to UGLE, United Grand Lodge of England.
Uh-huh.
They have these other rites. They can practice as a form of instruction, as a
Okay.
form of investigation.
Mm-hmm.
But if they catch you belonging to a primitive rite lodge or a body like mine, they'll expel you.
But how can that be when they have the rights themselves? That is just so oxymoron. I mean, how can you tell?
It is the way it is. It is the way it is. I mean, I don't. Oh my God, I'm going to say this, and I don't want it to sound bad, but how can one try to change the mind of these people in England? White folks have their brains set on one thing, and Latinos, black people, and other races kind of like aren't important to them.
Okay. Okay. That was
I don't pretend to know what they think. I would never dare.
mm-hmm.
But they have their way of thinking. I mean, sadly, we're all Masons, but they don't judge people on their merits. They judge people on their lodge.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. 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 Now, what? Now, guide me a little bit. Now, I don't know as much as you know in regards to these various rites and ceremonies, but what I do know is that you're that guy. And when I say you're that guy, that's clearly to say that I know many of us have come to you and have gone through those rites of ceremonies through your particular jurisdiction. As a matter of fact, my good friend and Sovereign Grand Commander Rashid Muhammad was just there visiting with you just a short time ago.
Well, he's a member of our order. He's a member of the IOEO. His people are all members of the IOEO.
Okay. International Order of Egyptian Rites?
International Order of Egyptian Obediences.
Okay, okay. I was that close. I was that close.
Oh,
Oh,
it's okay. You're close enough.
yeah. And with that being said, I know a lot of people get their draws pulled up when you talk about those particular rights and the female attributes to those rites and ceremonies. Can you elaborate on that just a little bit more? Because you just said just a little while ago that your wife just received her 99.
Yeah, she. Okay, the International Order of Egyptian Obediences does its degree work legitimately. The body that evaluates our work is the SFALMA, the Societas Fratibas Lux Masonica Aegyptia. That's the arcane school of primitive masonry.
Okay.
Okay, it's a body. It's a body composed of about 20 hierophants. They're all serious people. And every time we give out a degree, the degree has the seal of the Fratibas on it, the Sfalma. that guarantees the degree is legitimate.
Okay.
So, it's taking a lot of time to get this put together, to get all these people organized.
Uh-huh.
So, we only recognize the degrees given and under the guidelines of the Sfalma.
Uh-huh.
We only practice the degrees that are recognized by the Sfalma.
Right.
Uh, and we only consider legitimate the organizations that have degree work under Sfalma.
Correct. Okay. Okay. And that's absolutely the way the primitive rights probably have always been, in a sense, from what I gather, because those rights are exclusive and they don't want them just to be out and about. Help me. I mean, am I correct? Am I close or what?
It should be like that. See, the problem with the primitive right is until now it's never been formally organized correctly.
Uh huh.
So it was prostituted. Everyone started saying, "Oh, I got the primitive right. I got the primitive right." They would get together and give out some certificates saying that they have X degree and they've never been through a primitive right ceremony,
Right.
or they practice some bogus ceremony where somebody comes in with a sword, taps them on the shoulder, and tells them, "Raise, I make you a knight of whatever." That's a bunch of crap. Uh, it is it is sad that nowadays this type of practice is taking place. A lot of people don't understand the true meaning of primitive right.
Mm-hmm.
You know yourself. I've invited you to several of our events
Yes, you have.
and degree ceremonies.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different thing. Rashad came to us and he said, "You know what? I want the legitimate primitive right," and he got it. He
Okay.
actually got it. So uh, it's something that we do and we do from the heart. As far as obedience is concerned, uh, 95% of what's out there is bogus.
Okay.
I've got I've got people coming to us from a grand sovereign sanctuary out of New York that doesn't exist. The guy's never been to a primitive rites ceremony. I know this as a fact.
Mm-hmm.
I've got other people coming out of the southern states claiming to be this and claiming to be that,
Mm-hmm.
and they've gotten their work from some questionable source, and we don't get involved with them. We don't recognize them. We don't participate with them. Uh, we let them be because that's what's happening to the primitive right. It's been prostituted. So everybody claims to have it. Very few actually have gotten it. When you get a primitive right degree, you get a magical transmission with that degree. The person has to perform a magical ceremony because it's esoteric
See.
in nature.
Now you got people running away.
Well, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. I mean, we're not talking about bringing down the son of Satan or doing satanic rituals. It's none of that crap. It's just basic magic,
Right.
and that's part of the primitive rite. The person who does practice the primitive rite actually practices magic.
Mm. See there? That's all I'm saying. And if they really understood, even within the confines of Freemasonry and those appending bodies, if they really understood, that's the in my own opinion, based upon what I've read and what I've known in my own experience, that's the beginning.
Yeah, yeah, it is. When we talk about Freemason, we're not talking about men that are not slaves. We're talking about men that are free from religious dogma, that have an open mind, that can actually see in the light and the darkness. If you if you if you stand in front of your house in the bright sun and light a candle. You can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
The light only shines in the darkness. For that, you have to learn how to embrace the darkness without becoming a part of the darkness.
Right.
So you can see the light.
That's why I tell people I embrace the good and the bad in me because it's me.
Exactly.
You know.
Same as when you step in the lodge and you see the black and white floor, the duality of man,
Uh-huh.
good, evil, light, darkness, male, female, reason, speculation, all these things
Definitely.
combine to form our world, our realm. And I'm not talking about somebody coming over and getting a magic wand and going, woo, making some spirit. That's not what we do. What we're
Right,
talking
right.
about is the practice of magic within the spiritual self.
But see
In the
that
Gnostic order, each man is God. But we believe in a higher power, absolutely. If God made us to His image and
his
likeness,
likeness, yeah.
well, each one of us has God inside of him.
Absolutely. And there you will find the kingdom of heaven. But that's a whole nother story. See, when you begin to go down that path, a lot of people are not going to catch that. There because I don't know how many people are really ready for a real Masonic experience. I don't know.
That's a difficult conversation, Brother Tony. That's a very difficult conversation. The truth is so heavy, no one wants to carry it.
Ooh, the truth is so heavy, no one wants to carry it.
Yeah,
And there lies the problem.
exactly.
The truth is so heavy, no one wants to carry it, and there lies the problem. Um, and that's some of the things that really cracked me up in regards to what we have experienced uh, in masonry over the past 5 or 6 years. You know how people are they get involved with masonry for the wrong reasons, and then
No,
then when you get to talking like you or I are having this conversation, a lot of people tend to say, "See, I told you so." They devil worshippers and they do this and they do. No, you have no clue. You really don't. Masonry is bigger than where you're at. If you never go outside of your boundaries where you are at, you won't get that I call it. You won't get that extra push, that extra thing that is driven with inside of Freemasonry or the primitive rites. You won't get it.
it happens in everywhere. Let's put it that way. Uh, I have really, really good brothers in Prince Hall. I have really good brothers in Universal Masonry. I have really good brothers in the Grand Lodge of England. I mean, I've got really good people everywhere. We have about, uh, we've got somewhere, maybe it's a little over 13,000 members.
Uh-huh.
Uh, good people, but they come from every walk of life. I mean, I've got Christians, I've got Muslims, I've got Jews, I've got Hindus, I've got Chinese people, I've got African people, I've got three Grand Lodges in Africa,
Uh-huh.
and everybody gets along, but we practice the original rituals. We practice the stuff that's actually approved by Svalma. So everybody practices the same thing. We do a egregore circle every month, once
Uh-huh.
a month, and at a certain time, a certain day, we all get together and we all do the same ritual at that same hour,
Okay.
and that actually makes the egregore strong. It makes us okay. It gives us light.
Mm-hmm.
It enriches our beings. But all of these other people who practice the supposed primitive rite, uh, They don't do any of that.
And that's what I try to tell people. You know, when you get into these rites of ceremonies and these different rites that are, man, they're special. They are
Yeah.
absolutely special. However, people are so hell bent in not expanding their mind, and they got themselves in a circle till they can't even come out of it. Someone asks, how could they become a member of the primitive rites? What could they be a part of any jurisdiction and become a part of the primitive rites? That's a
Any
question.
jurisdiction can become a part. All they have to do is contact us, and we'll go there, or they can come here, and we'll do their degree ceremonies, and we'll put together their sanctuary. We'll install them. We'll give them their cornerstone so they can build. We'll help them with their magical transmissions, give them a guide, a practice to magic. They have to learn how to invoke. They have to learn how to call upon the angels, the archangels.
And see, here's the thing. A lot of people don't realize they already do that.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't realize they already do it. But when you talk about it in the fashion for which you do, that scares a lot of people. Let's just be honest.
Oh, absolutely. I've been calling hell worshippers, satanic priests. I've been calling all kinds of stuff. But it's not a big deal.
Right.
You get used to it after a while. I don't practice any of that stuff. Actually, my wife and I go to an evangelical church. Believe it or not. I'm an Ifa priest. That means I follow my religion in Yoruba, African.
Uh-huh.
I made my Ifa priesthood out of Nigeria. I visit Catholic Church. I visit Pentecostal Church. I visit Muslim
The mosque.
I go to the Jewish temple. I go everywhere. I believe in every religion. I'm not tied down by dogma.
So in other words, to sum it up, this is what I hear you're saying. I hear you saying you get the message. You're not concerned with who brought it. You get it. You get the message that each one of these have applied in your daily life. That's what I get.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
Okay.
If we're supposed to be travelers, citizens of the world, we're supposed to go out there, see the world, and take everything that's good and bring it back with us.
Yeah.
So
we should. We should. Absolutely. Let me see if some more comments are in here tonight. What time is it where you're at right now?
In Puerto Rico, it is, I'll tell you right now, it's 6:06.
Okay, that's not too bad. There's about a 3-hour difference for something like that. Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. 6:06. Yeah, I got another meeting coming up in just a little while. I'm gonna send you an invite to a Zoom I'm doing in about 15 minutes. Is that all right with you?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
it starts in 15 minutes.
Well, as soon as I log off, I'm gonna send you the invite, and if you can join, that'll be great. If not, I understand. I know it's a short notice. Tonight on our Zoom meeting, we're gonna be talking about the 13th degree on the Scottish Rite side. It's the Royal Arch 13th degree on the Scottish Rite side, American Scottish Rite.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
That's what we're gonna be talking about.
That's another thing. They practice Scottish Rite. They practice York Rite. A lot of people practice these rites. They don't know that the 13th degree is the Royal Arch, and they don't know what sustains the Royal Arch.
Oh, see, we're gonna get in that conversation tonight. After we end this live, that's the conversation we're gonna have. That's off air because we get in depth on a lot of stuff that we don't necessarily share with the public. So definitely love to have you on to share that information. And if for those who are interested in joining us, you're gonna have to have your Scottish Rite degree work. We're not just gonna let you in. And I don't mind brothers joining. I don't mind vouching for a person if I know them. So if you want to join, text me. If you want to join this Zoom, text me at this number, 858 707 5582. You can text me at that number, and I will send you an invite. But you got to have your 13th degree on the Scottish Rite side. You have to be in the Lodge of Perfection, LOP. That's where you got to be at. So let me go back over here and check it out. See, somebody had asked me that. Black Box, that's where you got to hit me at. You can text me, and you're welcome to join, but you got to be part of the Scottish Rite degree work. If you have any questions at this time that you want to ask Brother Edgar, you're certainly welcome to do so while he's live right now. We're going to get ready to shut it down in just a few minutes. But if you got a question or two you want to ask, certainly please go ahead and do so, and I'll read it off to him. I will be traveling to Africa here pretty soon, Brother Edgar, and I'm doing some visitation while I'm over there. So while I'm there, I'm definitely going to hit you up on the WhatsApp to let you know that I'm there. Okay?
Great.
Yeah.
Great. We have lodges in Nigeria, Cameroon, and Ghana. No, not Ghana. I can't remember the other one.
I will be traveling to Nigeria. I will be traveling to Ghana and Nairobi.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nairobi is beautiful.
Yeah. So I'm actually going over there for visitation, and hey man, that's what we do. Come on now. If you're a Mason and you don't really do that, I don't know what to say for you. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion.
To Egypt?
Say what now?
Will you be going to Egypt?
You know what? I don't know. However, if we decided to go that direction, what should I expect? What should I do? Come on, talk to me.
Well, in 2018, I was invited to Egypt from the Society of the Magi, and I became a pharaoh of the Magi.
Okay.
It's the people who actually guard the Temple of Ra.
Uh-huh.
People who actually guard the ancient Egyptian society. Beautiful people.
Mm-hmm.
And they're very nice. If you decide to go there, let me know, and I will put you in contact with someone that can actually take you inside the places you want to be. Want to see. You actually want to get that energy.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And yes, we are talking about Memphis Mizraim. We're talking about the primitive rites tonight. I have my guest, Brother Brother Edgar is on. This gentleman right here that's on live right now from Puerto Rico is the it factor when it comes to those rites and ceremonies. He's the guy. That's the God honest truth. There are others, but he's that guy. Greetings to you both. Is the Golden Dawn Scientologist? I'm not sure. Is it, Brother Edgar?
Is the Golden Dawn Scientology? No, the Golden Dawn is actually magic. Scientology, as far as I know, which I don't know too much about them, is that they believe they are from extraterrestrial origin, and they're waiting for some kind of mothership to come and pick them up in the future.
Oh well. Okay. And it may be coming sooner than later. Let me tell you, the way things look right now is crazy.
Yeah, they had this guy wrote this book, L. Ron Hubbard, about Scientology. I read some of it. It was a little bit out of my galaxy, let's put it that way.
Uh-huh.
So I actually didn't want to get deep into that stuff. It's a very young religion. It was made up by a gentleman out of California, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
It's very different. Golden Dawn, no. Golden Dawn is It's a place where people practice magic. They practice rituals. They do vanishings. They do spiritual work. They believe in the raising of the spirit world within yourself. It's really interesting. I was a member of the Golden Dawn for a while, a couple of years ago. I said 20-something years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. Very interesting. It's got a lot of good stuff. But like in every organization, even mine, the first word I teach everyone when they become a Mason in my order is beware.
Absolutely.
Not because anyone wears a ring or wears an apron or smiles, that doesn't mean they're good people.
That one right there. That one right there.
Masons are not bad people, but some of the worst people in history have been Masons. So we have to be careful.
We have to be careful. Absolutely. Absolutely. So with that being said, let's see real quick here. I know people are just coming on, just joining us. Is there a physical, is there any physical proof of King Solomon's temple actually being built?
There have been people that have been searching for King Solomon's temple and searching for all these other, how would I say, leyendas. I don't know how you say it in English. Stories. If you look at Horus and Jesus, if you look at Osiris and Catholic religion, everything is related. The stories look similar. But truthfully, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I know that in the temples of Egypt, there is evidence of many things. When you become a member of the Magi, they explain all these things to you. But it's man believes in what he wants to believe. If we think about it, men are capable of doing good and doing bad. Having said that, well, many people believe in the church, in the Christian faith. They believe if they do a life of good and they give their heart to Jesus, they will be resurrected and have eternal life. In the Muslim faith, it's similar but different. In the Jewish faith, I guess hell doesn't exist. Mm-hmm. Everything is different but similar. So if we look at it from a certain point of view, you could say we come into this world clean, simple, and by the time we leave it, we've been contaminated by everything man has invented, including religion.
Yeah, I had that conversation with someone today in regards to religion too. I sure did. And they thought I had lost my mind.
People aren't ready for these conversations.
Yeah.
But some of us actually ask. We actually want to know. These things happen. What can I say? We enter the temple. We perform our ritual in Masonry. We try to become better men. We try to become better people. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we do it. Sometimes we fail horribly. But we still keep going. We keep the faith. Let's put it that way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So look, what I'm going to do now is end tonight. Look, I'm going to send you over that invite for our Zoom. I certainly hope that you will be able to join us and add to the conversation at hand. So if you are part of the LOP, Lodge of Perfection, you're certainly welcome to join us tonight as we go over to our Zoom, and we're going to continue this conversation a little bit more in depth on some things. So, Brother Edgar, I'm going to send it over to you right now, okay?
Yes.
All right, appreciate it. Peace, everyone, and thank you for coming out, hanging out with us, and I hope that you was able to get something out of this. As always, whatever you do, remember this. We are not your study guide. We're just here to help you study and get a better understanding. Travel light, stay out the bushes, and keep your light on. Peace.
Peace.
So, Brother Edgar, I'm going to get ready to send it over to you right now.